So guys, I got a question for you. Booked a load and it was a truck, the truck that I picked up at the auction recently, right? And it was basically stolen by a foreign broker, right? So the auction house is not assuming any responsibility. They're saying that they booked Super Dispatch or whatever, right, to do the load. They farmed it out to a foreigner, all right? That person put it on a load board. I booked it, $1,800. I get there to deliver the load. The guy said he agreed to pay $850, and he paid the auction house $100 to handle orchestrating shipping, right, or putting it together. The auction house says they're not responsible that it got double booked, and our policy is because of situations just like this that we don't unload until we get paid, right? So the guy said, well, I'll float it, don't worry about it, I'll pay it, whatever, and then they'll have to reimburse me, whatever. Well, they decided they're not reimbursing him, and that got posted for $1,800 on like 800 miles, right? So it was like $230 something a mile, and they wanted it next day, expedited, basically picked up on Saturday, delivered on Sunday, kind of thing. All right, which is what happened. Okay, is the way that it was brought to me or to us from the quote unquote broker who didn't have credit, who agreed to pay cash or Cash App on delivery, who gave us a real rate con, who, you know, the whole 9 yards, right? But basically the whole deal was fraudulent. Then he wanted the customer to pay him the $850, and in my opinion, never had the intention of paying us. When I got there, I told the guy, I said, I don't know if I'd pay that guy, because if he doesn't pay me or I don't get paid, I'm not releasing the truck, right? We're going to have to go put it in storage and deal with it that whole way. The auction house is pissed off at me and pissed off at us and wants us to refund him the difference and refund the money on the shipping charges of the difference between the $850 and the $1,800, right? Saying that was too much, it was inflated. The truck could have got shipped anytime for $850, $900, $1,000, which is true on a car hauler. If they didn't want it expedited, didn't want it right away, next day on a weekend, last minute, they could have put it on a car hauler and probably got it for $500, right? It was like a Ram 3500. My question to you guys is, would you refund knowing that the auction is saying they're going to give bad reviews, everything else to us, never work with them again, not take any responsibility for booking with a uncredible source, and wants us to refund the money, the difference in the charges, even though we have a rate con, even though we took a picture of the post on the load board, even though we have all the documentation and everything saying that, you know, our charges we agreed on $1,800. What would you do? Comment down below. Would you refund the money? Would you not refund the money? Do you feel like the charges are valid? Do you think that they're not? And even if we were talking about splitting the charges with the auction house to kind of help the guy out, that was never talked about. They basically told us to piss off, that they're not going to work with us and give us bad reviews if we don't do the refund and whatever, make the deal right on our behalf, even though we didn't do anything wrong. We didn't pick the broker. We just agreed on a load. The whole deal was a scam, and we got compensated or paid. What would you do? Comment down below.